Hello, everyone. Welcome in to the DanceFit Hub. Welcome in, everyone. Let me know in the comments who is here. Very excited. We're already in October. Can you believe it? Christmas is right around the corner. All of the holidays are just beginning, right? We know that once Halloween's here, everything comes like just like this. It's a whirlwind of holidays, right? So I'm excited. We're in a new month, of course. September was fun, right? But October is going to be filled with lots of things here at the DanceFit Hub, which I'll be catching you up on towards the end of our time together. So I hope to see and hear from all of you. In the meantime, definitely let me know who is here because I'm trying to make sure that my comments box is working. Let me see here. Something is not right. Don't know. Let's see. Let me know. Let's see it. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I'm sorry, I could not see it and it wasn't updating on my computer, but I see a few of you are on, so welcome in. Let me know in the comments because I'm telling you, technology is really annoying. So I can't see necessarily, it shows me like the number of people are on, but it doesn't always like show the comments real time. So definitely let me know that you're here. Just give me a thumbs up in the comments, like make a comment, all right, so that I know that you're here. All right, so this evening we're going to be talking about energy, okay? Energy is the hot topic. And you know, it's not an exciting topic. I'm not gonna say it's exciting. But that's what we're going to be discussing this evening, why your energy isn't what it used to be. Okay, I get a lot of ladies, I would say on a weekly basis that, you know, I always go into class and I always ask my clients also, like, how are you feeling today? How'd your week go? That kind of thing. And people are like, oh, I'm so tired. I'm just tired. Tired. Like that word always comes up. So I'm like, is this like a thing? Like, do you feel tired a lot? Are you feeling like that even after you get some rest or sleep? So I'm asking you the same thing, right? Do you feel tired a lot? Now, what does a lot mean? Like, well, on a daily basis, are you feeling tired, or does it happen after you've done like a lot of activity? All right, put it in the comments. Let me know when somebody says, are you tired, or you're saying to someone, are you tired? When is that, right? Also, like, is it after you've done something, or are you feeling that a lot of times? Is it even after you quote unquote rest, right? Or is it even after you sleep, right? And the reason why I'm asking you this is because in general, right, a lot of people, well, women, right, we know that our energy isn't what it used to be, right? We always tend to think of ourselves, I don't know what age you go to, but I kind of think back to like my 20s and I'm like, gosh, I had so much energy back then and I didn't even think I had energy then. You know, I was like not taking advantage of my energy, right? So now at this stage in your life, you're probably thinking, well, it's just age related, right? Like I'm getting older, I'm slowing down, things aren't working as great as they used to, you know, and so having less energy is like a thing, right? But of course, I'm here to tell you that that's not true. That is not the whole full story. Okay, so today I'm gonna show you how and why it's not. Okay, why that's not the whole full story. And then you let me know afterwards what you think. If you're still convinced that it has to do with age or not. All right, so I wanted to kind of start, of course, with a story. I always start with a story so that you can kind of see that I'm not making this stuff up. So let me tell you about Maria. Okay, so Maria was feeling like worn out every day. Okay, and she told me that she would start her day with a cup of coffee in the morning and like a small breakfast, she had her lunch, she had dinner, so the nutrition was okay. But she was like on the go. She went to church, then she had choir practice, then she had to go to a rehearsal with her club. And then on top of that, she had to pick some things up from the store. She then had like evening events, and it was just like nonstop. And I'm like, hold on a minute, Maria, like, do you work or are you retired? And she's like, no, I'm retired. And like, I feel like I don't have any time, it's like I'm constantly running from one thing to the other. I'm like, wow. And the afternoon time was when she started to feel like kind of a crash. So she would, if she could, she would grab another cup of coffee, thinking the caffeine, right, was gonna give her some energy. But it was difficult. It was difficult. And on top of all that, like she would take my classes. So I barely would see her for that. And then when I did, she's like, oh, I just came. I was running from this. I was running from that. Like it was just exhausting listening to all the things that she had to do. So by the time she got home in the evening, she was just done. She was exhausted, right? And even with no energy, she couldn't sleep, right? And that's really why she came to ask me for my advice, because she was like, I'm really working like crazy, going to this, doing that. Like my days are packed, and yet, and not only am I exhausted, but I'm not even sleeping. And I was like, okay, well, we have to have a conversation about that, right? So, she thought, she was like, well, I'm not, she's like, I know it's because I'm an older, person. She's not older. She's literally like in her 60s. But she's like, I know this is part of just like getting old. But like, what can I do about this? Because I know that I'm an insomniac. And I said, what makes you say that? She says, well, because I can't sleep. I said, well, did the doctor ever say to you that you were that? No, but I know. She's diagnosing herself, right? She's like, I know people that don't sleep are called insomniacs. And I'm like, yes, that's kind of, true. There's partial truth to that. But she's thinking, well, if I'm not sleeping, right? I don't sleep enough, so I'm an insomniac, and that's why I don't have energy, right? So of course, after kind of reevaluating everything, she agreed to start working with me, and we started, of course, strength training, right? And not necessarily like having her pick weights up right away. It wasn't like that. We just started with some nice, simple strength exercises, with, light dumbbells and body weight training. And very simple things, nothing crazy. It wasn't every day. I met with her like once a week. And on top of that, I think she was doing like her regular exercises. And then I remember getting the message from her, and she's like, I need to talk to you. I'm like, okay. So I said, what's going on? What's going on? So she says, you're not gonna believe this, but she said, I actually slept the whole night. Like I was out. I didn't even get up to go to the bathroom. I said, wow, okay. And how often has that been? She says, well, it happened one time, and I thought maybe it was like a fluke. It just happened one time. But then it happened again. And she's like, and then it happens again today. So that's 3 times. So is this supposed to be happening? Like, is this for real? I'm like, yes, it is, right? So now, and then because she had obviously the sleep, right? But in addition to the training, now she felt more energized. So she's like, I feel like, yes, I have a million things to do, but I don't feel like I need to have the coffee necessarily. She's like, I'm just really confused. She was just confused that she was getting all these good things and that she didn't have to take anything extra. It wasn't like it was just happening, magically happening in her eyes. And that is an amazing feeling. I don't know, for those of you that struggle with sleep, if you were able to have a night of complete sleep, like how amazing would that be? I don't know about you, but, and I've said it here before, I value sleep like here. Okay. So if I'm able to sleep, and when I mean sleep, I'm not just like sleep, I love deep sleep, right? Where you wake up on your own, your body wakes up on its own, and it's like, okay, I had enough sleep, right? Has anybody ever had that? I don't know if anybody has that in here. If you have deep sleep, please let me know. That's how I know that I've had enough sleep. The mornings that I wake up with the alarm, I know I did not get enough sleep, right? But that's the power of strength training. Strength training really does strengthen your body, but it gives you more energy and it definitely helps you with sleep, which is really, it's a perk, right? But it doesn't really, attract many people for me to say, hey, ladies, work with me and you'll get to sleep. No, they don't want that. Women are so focused on, losing weight, right? And, getting strong and doing all those things. It's all that other stuff, right? But as a bonus, yes, the sleep does improve. And again, that's the power of strength training. And that's really what I want to talk about with you today. So, point number one that I want you to take away is that muscle is your energy factory. Okay, so when you lose muscle, your body burns less energy. Okay, that's what makes you feel slow and tired. Okay, and as you know, well in your 30s, right? When you were back in your 30s, you started losing muscle on a daily basis. It's just a fact. It happens to women every single day, and it starts in your 30s, right? So by now, if you haven't been doing that strength training, it's like little by little, it's draining your energy. But when you build muscle, your body starts working better. Okay, excuse me. Your body starts to burn food as fuel instead of storing it. Okay, and more muscle equals more energy. Excuse me. All right, so that's why it's important for you to eat. That's why nutrition is part of the process, because without the food, then your body doesn't have anything to burn. All right, second point is this: strength helps you sleep. Ta-da! Big ta-da, right? Have you ever had a night where you're tossing and turning? Probably a lot of you are like, yes, of course, every night, right? Strength training is what helps your body balance your hormones. Okay. So that means that you can rest deeper, you can fall asleep faster, and you can wake up with more energy. Okay. This is the reason why, even with Maria, I said to her, you can do a workout right before bed. She looked at me like I had 4 heads. I said, just trust me. Trust the process. And it happened, right? The magic happened. Okay. Point number 3 is going to be strength makes daily life easier. Okay. When you're stronger, everyday things don't feel so hard. Okay. Carrying groceries. right? Or carrying your bags. A lot of you like to carry bags to class, right? Or you're doing crafting, so you have to take your things, right? Or you have your groceries, just like I said, groceries. Or going upstairs, right? You may not have stairs in your house, but there may be stairs in your kids' houses, right? Or in some other buildings, right? Bending down to pick up your laundry or your laundry basket, or picking up your furry friend, right? Your dog or your cat, right? Even if you have little ones, let me tell you, they could be a little heavy, right? But bending down to get them and then picking them up and holding them in your arms, or even playing with your grandkids, right? That's all of those things can feel so much easier, right? With strength training. So that you have that extra energy for the things that you want to do. If you want to dance the night away, then you need energy for that, right? You want to travel, you want to go sightseeing, you need energy for that, right? And that's what strength does. Those are the daily things that strength makes so much easier. Okay? So tell me in the comments, when do you feel your energy dip? Like the most? Does it happen in the morning? Does it happen in the afternoon or the evening? All right. Oh, hello, Barbara. Okay, Barbara's swimming at the palms. All right. So when do you feel your energy dip the most? I know for me, it's in the afternoon. Okay, that's usually when I kind of feel like a little bit dipping in my energy. All right. And then I work out and then I'm great. So, but for you, when does that happen? Let me know in the comments, those of you that are on. Is it in the morning, afternoon, or evening? And who here feels like coffee is the main source of energy for you, right? Because I happen to know some people, some women in this group that drink coffee all day, right? It's like they drink one cup and then in the afternoon they have another cup. Then in the late afternoon they have another cup, right? And then they're like, oh, I have no energy. I don't know why, because coffee has caffeine. Isn't it supposed to give me energy? No. Okay, that is not correct. That's a myth and everybody thinks that, but not necessarily, right? Also, the caffeine that you think you're getting throughout the day, guess what? That is lingering in your system throughout the evening. So maybe having that much coffee is not the solution, right? For those of you that are asking, how many cups of coffee do I have a day? One. Okay, just in the morning. And honestly, I don't even feel that it gives me energy. I don't take it for energy. It just, it's part of my morning, and actually it helps me go to the bathroom. So being totally transparent with you, all right? But the energy does not come from the coffee. Actually, I now have realized that if I do have coffee in the evening, it actually makes me sleepy. Okay, so it's having like a different effect on me. All right, that doesn't mean that you should go out and have coffee in the evening. No, I'm just saying for whatever reason, that's what's happening. All right, so on top of that, my other question for you is, what's one thing that you wish you had more energy for? So maybe some of you are like, I wish I had more energy to dance, right? I wish I had more energy to maybe to travel, or to do more with my family, or more energy to do more hobbies, to maybe ride a bike, or just hang out with your friends, right? Energy where you're not falling asleep by a certain time, right? You're not feeling tired and exhausted that you have to tell your friends or your family like, I can't because I'm feeling really exhausted, right? So let me know what that is for you. All right. So now I want to tell you about the October events that we are having. Okay. This is before we wrap up. I just want to make sure that I get this through. So, like I mentioned, October is going to be fun, full of fun, of course, events and special guests. Okay. So this month, we all know October, obviously Halloween, yes, but that's not what we're talking about here. Okay. October is also Menopause Awareness Month. Don't know if you knew that. But I'm sure most of you also know that it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Okay, so next, and it's also Hispanic Heritage Month, right? October is super busy. So next week I'll be hosting our annual Hispanic Heritage Month trivia. Okay, if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you don't want to miss this one. Last year I remember we had 3 winners, but we did it through the Facebook Live just like this. And what happens with Facebook Live is that there's a little bit of a delay. So when we were playing, I had to kind of wait a while, right, until to see who was the first person that actually answered. Okay, so in by doing it through Zoom, it'll be a little more real time action going on. So don't worry, I'll be posting what link that is that you need to go to next Thursday. So it won't be a Facebook Live. The link will be here for you to just join Facebook. Now, if you're not participating in the trivia, it's okay. You don't have to show your camera. You don't have to turn on your microphone. You don't have to do anything, but you can just be with us and just enjoy the trivia, right? And if you want to participate, then you'll say in the beginning that you're participating and we'll go from there. Okay, but the purpose is just to have fun, learn a little something about the Hispanic heritage, right? And of course, we'll have winners and prizes. All right, and then October 16th, I don't want you to miss it. So please put it down in your calendar. Okay, October 16th, we are going to be talking about something related to menopause, right? And I'll be having my special guest, which is a dear friend of mine, Tamara, who is a nurse practitioner, and she's going to be talking about the truth about hormone therapy. All right, so related to women in their 50s, 60s, and beyond. Okay, so that's kind of what we're going to be discussing with her. She has some other goodies that she may be discussing as well. So, bringing you someone from the medical field here to talk to you about that. So, that will be October 16th at 7 p.m. And we're also going to do that through Zoom. All right, so this way, if anybody has questions, they can ask and she can answer real time because of course, she's a busy lady, so I want her to be able to answer you with your questions as you think of them, right? And then on October 23rd, we'll be doing another Zoom at 7 p.m. And that is related to breast cancer, right? And we'll be catching up with my friend Melissa Rosas Jimenez after it's been 1 year now that she has been on her breast cancer journey. So we'll be catching up with her because I know that she has some exciting news to share with you. So you don't want to miss that discussion with Melissa. Again, that's October 23rd at 7 p.m. via Zoom. All right. So all of this, don't worry about it. You don't have to remember the details, but just please set those dates on your calendar so that we can have a nice audience for these special guests. All right, so to wrap it up, here's the truth, right? The truth is that you don't have to stay tired, okay, at this age. You don't have to accept low energy, right, or not having energy just as like aging. No. Strength training is literally the answer, and it's going to give you the power that you need to change your story. Okay, I'm always saying that it's never too late to change your story. Okay, strength training is what's going to help you with sleep better, right? It's going to help you feel better, and of course, to do more of the things that you love to do. Everybody has things that they love to do or at one point loved to do until, right, they didn't have the energy or they felt like their body is changing and they don't know what to do with it, right? But you can still do it. You can still get all of that. You can still continue to enjoy your life strong, right? And this is exactly what I do in my Unstoppable program, right? It's a transformation program, it's a lifestyle change. But I do this every day. And again, my clients are in here. They can tell you it's true, okay? It happens. Once strength training gets into your life, it totally changes your story. Okay, so if you're tired of being tired, all right, that's where I was just a few years ago, tired of being tired, and you're ready to get that energy back that you know is in there somewhere, right? Send me a message or just type the word energy in the comments below and I'll tell you how to get started. All right, so thank you so much for being here, ladies. Always remember that you are stronger than you think you are. Okay, and I mean not only physically, right? Because I'm a fitness coach, so yeah, I'm trying to get you stronger physically, but you're also stronger mentally and you're also stronger emotionally. All right, so it's a whole thing, right? And I just want you to know that I believe in you and I know that you are stronger than you think. Okay, we all are, right? And I know that there have been times in my life when I wish somebody would have held my hand and said, you know what, I got you. You are stronger than you think, and we're gonna get through this. Well, I'm doing that for you today. All right, so whatever is going on right now for you, whatever struggle you're going through, I'm here to tell you that you're stronger than you think you are, and you can change your story. Okay, so I'm over here with all the energy that you need. It's waiting for you over here. So all you have to do is claim it. All right. And with that, I will wish you a very good evening. If you're watching this on the replay, let me know in the comments. If you're watching this on a replay via email, if you got our weekly email, let me know what your thoughts are on this particular topic and what's your energy like, right? Are you having a great energetic week? What's it like for you? So let me know. I always love to hear your stories and see your comments. And I'll see you next week for our Hispanic Heritage Trivia. Bye, everybody.